to 20.
15 or 20, how much?
Yeah.
15 minutes.
15.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. We as a Cyber Corps group going to perform a live demonstration on man in the middle, and I'm going to explain how the man in the middle works. So it is an attack. It's a very dangerous attack where man in the middle secretly monitor all the data between the router and the victim. Can you put the next one, please?
Yeah.
So this is how it's going to work. This is a victim laptop. This is a web application. You can assume that is a router or any server as well. This is a man in the middle attack. Sorry, this is a man in the middle who is going to monitor all the packets which is going to transfer from the router and to the victim's laptop. So we can perform man in the middle in several ways. These are the address resolution protocols that the topic we have selected to demonstrate man in the middle. The other one is the DNS spoofing. The third one is session hijacking, and the last one is SSL hijacking as well. So for this demonstration, we are using two laptops, a mobile hotspot for the internet connectivity. And I'm using a Mac operating system to perform this attack, and I'm using in it VirtualBox, which has a version of 6.08, and Kali Linux of version 2.02, 64 bits. So I'm going to perform like a brief demonstration how the man in the middle attack works. So this is the Kali Linux software which I'm going to use. And first of all, I'm going to check the my IP address and the default gateway of the internet connection. So this will be the MacBook IP address, and this will be the router address. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the MAC address, replace the MAC address with the attacker's MAC address. So all the packets is going to send through the router. Sorry, going to send to and fro from the router. It's going to pass through the attacker's computer. So I'm going to show you the ARP table as well, so that you will get to know what is the MAC address and how I'm going to change it. So this is the MAC address. I think this is the address of my OS, the Mac operating system, and
This is
sorry, this is the default gateway, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the default gateway, and these are the MAC address of the Kali Linux and my Mac operating system. Yeah. So. So I'm using a man-in-the-middle framework with the command showing that I'm going to spoof the ARP and the gateway address. Now I'm going to change it to the right gateway address, and then the target address as well. Let's see. Gateway address on. Check. the gateway address is 192.168.43.
168.43.
Dot 43.
Dot 27.
And I'm going to target this laptop. So this IP address will be the IP address of my Mac operating system. So this will be the router, and this will be the IP address of my operating system. I'm going to paste my what's that?
Default 192.168.
One, right?
No, strip one. It's good.
So I'm going to run this command. Sorry, by mistake I put a different gateway address. What is the gateway address?
192.168.4327.
4327.
Yeah. 27,
And what is this one 192?
This one is correct.
This
This one is correct. This is your one. Yeah.
I'm going to run this.
Is this one page?
Yeah, it's in pitch.
Check the connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, connect it to the right one.
Yeah, disconnect it. Yeah, so I run the command and it's successfully implemented on the Kali Linux. So now I'm going to navigate or browse a website which has a HTTP on it. So you will see all the data, whatever website I'm going to monitor, it's going to show over here. See, these are the ads where I'm getting, I open the Mac email address. So all the ads which is getting monitored over here, you can see the website links. So the targeted computer is this one. So I'm going to browse HTTP website. So I'm going to log in on this sign in from this website. So I put a username as admin and password as password. So it shows the incorrect password. So now if I check the Kali Linux software, you can see the username and password over there. Username I type admin and the password is the same one. So this is how you can use the man-in-the-middle attack to monitor the HTTP websites and the username and password from there. So this can be demonstrated on the other laptops as well. So now Vikram is going to show you how this MAC address can be spoofed using different applications like Ettercap and Wireshark.
So here we are using the different laptop and to get the password and username. So for this we have to be connected in the one LAN. So we are as Faraz said, we are in the same network. This two laptop and the default is the mobile network. And here we are using the Ettercap, which will sniff the live connection and traffic, and also we can get the username and password from a particular site. So here we go.
So it's going to open the Ettercap application from Kali Linux.
So it is basically a GUI, and it's very simple to use. And first of all, we just open the Ettercap, and now we are going to sniff the.
Is going to sniff the traffic from the victim's computer and the routers all the routers between the router and the attacker.
So first we have to scan how many hosts are there in the particular network. For this one, we just go to the host and just scan for the host. So we can identify how many hosts are there in the particular network. So here this shows that there are 3 hosts added to the host list. That is this Mac and this one computer. And after this, there are the host lists. It will show you all the IP addresses of the hosts. So we have to target the other computer. So first we set the target one as the default gateway, which is
43, right?
which is this one, 192.168.43.64. So just put it as target 1, and after that select the victim IP address. So here I'm going to attack this PC. So this PC IP is 192.168.43 and 27. So just select this one and put it as target 2. Now what we have to do is we are doing to ARP poisoning. And now start sniffing. So our sniffing is already started. So whenever I use my victim laptop, for example, we are using the same site, that is testfire.net, and when we use the username, for example, Faraz, and the password is maybe Vikram, let's say.
Yeah, it will show us on the
It
screen.
will show on the screen that user ID is Faraz and the password is Vikram. So here we can detect or we can monitor the information between the two parties which are connected, but the man in the middle is actually monitoring the credential information between them. So this is how it works.
So it's been a very dangerous attack in the past few years, and it's still going on. All the big attacks is going to come from the man-in-the-middle framework. And we can also use Wireshark as well. Oops, sorry. So we can also use the Wireshark, which sniffs login credentials same as the Ettercap does. And these are some preventions that we have to follow to be safe. So one is to refrain from connecting to the public Wi-Fi. And just to make sure that if you're connected to a public Wi-Fi, your data can be hacked and the credentials can be monitored as well. And pay close attention to any alerts or warning messages that the website is insecure. So the framework which I have shown you, it also have a SSL strip as well, an online SSL strip. So that bypass the HTTPS to HTTP as well. So if I go to some, I can say hotmail.com, sometimes it try to bypass that well. Because when I tried at home, it was working for me on a hotmail.com. I was able to crack the username and password. I don't know, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I need to go have to research about the HTTPS, but we did not get enough time to research on that, so we have left it over there. And it is advisable to log out of any application when not in use. When the user is connected to a public network, it is advisable not to perform any sensitive financial transaction. That means please make sure that you're connected to any public network. Please avoid transaction of any bank accounts or transferring money. And please use the HTTPS website, which has the effective encryption and authentication server, so that will protect the from getting from man-in-the-middle attacks. So the conclusions is this demonstration is to create a sense of awareness that the man-in-the-middle attack can be performed on any one of us, and we have to be assure that we take necessary prevention steps to avoid getting hacked or to protect us from all the cyber attacks. And the prevention is always better than cure.
Thank you. Any questions?
If you have any questions, you're free. Please feel free.
Can you go and show the ARP table?
Yeah, I forgot to show you actually.
Thank you for reminding us.
You can see the MAC address has got changed. I believe it should change. Can you change this one?
Yeah.
So you can see the MAC address over here. So the MAC address is being the same. So this is the attacker's MAC address, the Kali Linux one, and this one is the my default gateway MAC address, the router MAC address. So I spoofed the MAC address. I spoofed the MAC address as a victim's MAC address. So all the data which getting transferred from the victim's computer to the router is getting through my Kali Linux.
So can we show that there is a changes in the MAC address in the victim PC? First of all, it will get connected.
I think if he tried to do the ARP spoofing, then he will get to know that I'm connected to his network and my MAC address is the same as the default MAC address.
No, I mean to say the victim in the victim PC.
Yeah.
Does the MAC address get changed?
No,
I'm not changing the MAC address.
It just map. It just map. It's just victim. Victim is just showing that it's a router MAC address, but unfortunately it's not like that. The two parties are communicating each other like the way we are communicating, but there is another person that is man in the middle who actually monitor all the information between the two parties.
Yes, so that the hacker is sending the MAC address, right?
No, it's just mapping. It's not sending. It's just mapping the MAC
We are
address.
just spoofing the MAC address. Just
that's it.
We are taking
Not
that
like the
I'm the router. Please transfer all the packets through me. So the victim will be thinking my victim's computer think that I'm his router.
Yeah.
So all the data will be transferred through me.
That's through MAC address, right?
Yes.
That's through MAC address. So
Yeah,
MAC address
that's
has
what
to
I
be
mean.
changed, right?
Has to be changed.
Yeah, has to be changed to the attacker MAC address, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm showing. I changed the MAC address. Before it was different. I changed it to the same MAC address. You can see the default address and the Kali Linux MAC address is
Yeah.
being changed.
Oh.
And it's the same. I hope I answer your question.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
If we are using VPN, at what extent?
VPN is one of the prevention method that we can prevent for the man-in-the-middle attack. So we can prevent with the VPN by using VPN.
How extent you can say that we can prevent, actually prevent?
Actually, it will transfer the HTTP from the HTTPS, and for this we cannot see the credential from the HTTPS sites.
Okay, I'm talking about the remote locations.
I will reply, okay?
Sorry.
Does that answer your question? No. Huh?
I'm talking about the remote locations, the VPN, like the remote locations,
Yeah.
the data transfer via the VPN.
No, we are showing that this particular hash is basically on the same network.
So we
that's
haven't
why-
gone through the virtual network, but it is like a small network we demonstrated, and we showed like how.
Please understand the question. If you are a VPN, you are part of the network.
Yeah.
Right? So will this hack work on a VPN enabled network?
Nah, it doesn't work on the VPN.
What won't work? You are demonstrating ARP poisoning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are demonstrating that by showing me on a HTTP site. That is a open, clear
Yeah.
text.
Yeah.
Yes.
How is that relevant to ARP poisoning? You understand, there is something called ARP poisoning.
Yes.
You are showing a symptom of ARP poisoning by going on to a HTTP site and showing me your password and the username, saying whatever means, bad password, whatever. How is that relevant to ARP poisoning? His question is, if you are on a VPN enabled network and you are a remote worker, will this work? Because you're still part of the same network. Whether the network is small or large doesn't matter. Will ARP poisoning work on a VPN enabled network? That's the simple question.
No,
No.
it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Just VPN use the secure sites. It will convert the HTTP from the HTTPS. So that's why it's not necessary to go through the and just hack the credential from that HTTPS site.
Is your hack about the credential hacking or is it about ARP poisoning?
It's about the ARP poisoning.
ARP poisoning.
We are just.
How is ARP poisoning in any way related to credential hacking? Now, you see the difference between the two things, please.
Yeah.
You're focusing on the symptom, you're not focusing on the malady. The problem is ARP poisoning. You're just trying to focus on how you can demonstrate it or what you're showing here. Don't focus there. Please widen your horizon. Look at ARP poisoning as a hack.
Okay.
Do you have an answer for that, Vikas?
No.
You asked the question, so I thought maybe we'll have an answer for that. Okay. Maybe I'm not giving you a +2 for that, but still, that's a good question. Right. Third group. Yeah. You can pause if you want to.
No, you can go to your prevention and precautions. Can you go to the precautions and prevention slides?
Yeah.
You have given for website operators what can they do to prevent this hack. Do you have any other option than this one?
There is also, web browser security. You can also secure from if a hacker is trying to use the command or use other app to remove the S from the HTTPS sites. The web browser will pop up the message that this is an insecure website. Do not log in or log off. So
It will be shown to the victim or
to the victim. To
Yeah,
the
it
victim.
will show a pop-up window on the victim's
On the
computer
victim.
saying
That-
that this website is not secure. I think we already we have done some labs on this. On the Fortinet, we have got the pop-ups. The same kind of pop-ups will be getting on the victim's computer.
Good. I have two questions to you. One, you mentioned here on the same slide, refrain from connecting to public Wi-Fi hotspots that are not password protected. How does this lead to ARP poisoning?
So, if people get connected to the public Wi-Fi, which is not password protected, so
I mean, you mean open Wi-Fi?
yeah,
Yeah.
open Wi-Fi.
Open Wi-Fi, let's say WPF3.
Yeah. So if I'm a hacker,
Yeah.
I will launch a Kali Linux on my computer, and I open the man-in-the-middle framework. I'll try to spoof the MAC address of the router, which is the default gateway, and I will hack. I can use the Nmap as well to get to know all the IP address which are getting connected to the same network, and then I will try to target a specific IP address, and I can spoof it, and I can monitor all the traffic which is being transferred from the victim's PC to the router's PC.
Will this work across any Wi-Fi protocol? So you saying that if there is an open, let's say Wintec Secure, can you do it on Wintec Secure? Rather the Wintec Open?
Yeah,
Yes.
we have done with the
done.
big Wintec Open.
Yeah. What did you do there? Did you
We have done
manage
the
to
same.
get any password from anyone?
Yes.
Yes, we are used to we use the same HTTP website to get the credentials from it, from the username and password.
On Wintec Open?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wintec Open.
Wintec Open.
So was that ARP spoofing attack that you enabled, or was that just using Wireshark and identifying?
No, the
Using
same
Wintec.
man in the frame.
MITM?
Yes,
Yeah.
framework we have
Used
launched.
it- So you used it on Wintec Open?
Yes, Wintec Open. It was successfully.
Good.
If you want, I can show, but
Yeah, I'd like to see that maybe after the.
after. Oh,
Yes. That's good, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.